Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's Pixingo webinar huddle. Tonight, we've got some exciting things to go over with you. My name is Brian Thayer. I'm the founder of Pixingo, and you are our affiliates. The people that are out there across the country introducing people to Pixingo. It's so good to be with you. You probably also caught a recent email that we have new Pixingo affiliate business cards. There's a huge advantage, you guys, when you use your business cards, okay? Because it's the fastest way for people that you meet to connect with you as you meet them face to face. So wherever you go, you talk to people, introduce yourself, pull out your business card. It's going to have, of course, your number, your email address, your Pixingo website address. And then that's when you get to say, can I get yours? And even if they don't have one, that's your invitation now to pull up maybe one of your business cards and write on it, which is probably why you want to have them in matte finish. Write down their contact information. And then we'll leave it up to you to say the things that you want to say, which could be, I'm going to send you a link for a free account, for a free trial, send your first card for free. Whatever it is that you can, that you need to do to get them connected to you. I'm going to send you a video. I'm going to send you a story. I'm going to send you a card, of course. That's your gateway to do that. You go from isolation to correlation when you have a business card. People judge, 72% of people judge a person and their company based on their business cards. You want to keep your business cards with you, plenty on hand. And then just go over to pixingo.com/business cards. And then you can pick, this is just a small sampling. There's more than this. For you to go ahead and go in there and customize it with your information, your name, and have them with you so you can start introducing yourself to people on a regular basis. So it's a very powerful way for you to do that, okay? So take us up on that and be a part of that. Now, I want to introduce you to someone right now, Kevin Medina, and he's been a good friend of mine for a number of years. And of course, when he opened his shop, years ago, I was able to introduce Pixingo to him. And Kevin, are you on the line?
I am.
Okay, you sound great. Thank you for being with us. It's awesome.
Hey, glad to be here.
So Kevin, I'll just tee this up for everybody, and then I'm going to turn some time over to Kevin. But Kevin has an auto shop called Elite Auto. You can see on the screen right now, I put up one of his recent cards. But how long ago, Kevin, did you open up your shop?
Yeah, no, it's a good question. About five years ago is when I left a medical device company and opened up my own business, auto repair, 5 years ago.
Nice. Okay. And about how long ago did we get connected with Pixingo and your business, would you say?
It's been about 3 years now.
Okay, 3 years. And if you wouldn't mind, could you just kind of tell us about the beginning of that? Because I think everybody listening knows someone who has a shop or a business. By the way, how many employees do you have?
There's a total of 5 of us, including me.
Okay.
Really small shop.
All right, you guys. So pay attention to this. This is a perfect example of someone who has a good business. But Kevin, do you have your own in-house marketing department?
I wish. Yeah, no, that was one of the biggest struggles I had, was getting my name out there.
Yeah.
This is the first business that I've ever owned and built. I've been a manager and director for many, many years, and managed people, but never broke off and started my own business. And
okay.
Boy, that was an eye opener for me.
Yeah.
So,
but 5 years in business, approximately.
Yeah, 5 years now. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I think I've got the numbers right, but you're trailing around $1 million a year. Is that pretty close?
That's correct. Yeah, gross.
Okay, well, congratulations. I'm telling you right now, a lot of businesses wish they could be trailing around $1 million a year, being in year 5. So that's fantastic.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's a lot of hard work, but the biggest challenge I had was getting my name out there and reaching out to people. And so that was, my biggest eye opener for me.
Okay, well, join the club. That's everybody. That's every business in America trying to get their name out there. And let me just ask you this, the town that you're in, are there other automotive shops that do what you do?
There are. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah. So you're competing with them. You're also a new business, and you don't have an in-house marketing department.
I don't.
Okay, so now let's talk about tell us about your first experience with Pixingo. What was it and how did it go?
Well, okay,
If you
perfect.
can remember.
Yeah. So let me just kind of set the stage. So 5 years ago when I started, for the first 2 years, I struggled, though, Brian, as I was trying anything and everything to try to advertise. Literally, I was doing, I mean, anybody that walked through the door, they would come to me, and it was the local calendar ads, coupon ads, the grocery store. Literally, I put signs in the grocery carts. I don't even know what they call those, but
Mm-hmm.
I spent a ton of money. In fact, I even got desperate and bought a bunch of radio ads. And honestly, I spent gobs of money the first 2 years with very little return. And I was getting really frustrated on advertising. So 3 years ago, that's basically, you approached me. I don't know if you remember that. You just said, let's try Pixingo. And honestly, I was a little burnt out on advertising because I had spent so much money and had honestly very minimal return. So I think I agreed upon about 100 cards, if I remember right. It was very minimal.
Big spender, Kevin.
Big spender. So very hesitant, but boy, I'm glad I did, because we got about a $5,000 return on those 100 cards. So
Wow.
it was fantastic for me. It was huge compared to everything else that I had tried. And so immediately I was hooked. And then, of course, wanted to take off from there, because the biggest thing is when you're a small business, especially me, starting, I've invested all my life savings into the business, and I don't have, when you're first starting, you don't have a lot of liquid funds, so you're just, every penny counts, but it's necessary. You got to advertise, you got to get the customers in to get your business going. So yours, honestly, with the cards, Pixingo, was the biggest bang for my buck, and it is to this day. So I get the biggest returns, the fastest results with Pixingo.
I am putting up on the screen right now, because while you're talking, I was looking for it.
Sure.
The very thank you card that you sent out. And so I don't know if you're on the computer, but everybody else can see.
It's my color code. I can tell it's my black and red. Yeah.
I'm circling it right now. This is the card. I mean, it was right off our templates. And then I loved it because I remember you saying, I just want to thank my customers for being my customers and invite them to come back or invite them to recommend it to a friend. And I was like, okay, that's very nice. I don't think very many auto shops actually send a thank you card. And so you did.
That's huge. Yeah. Customer retention, you know how hard it is to gain a customer. Customer retention is so important. And just honestly, the cards, and we experimented here at Elite, trying different templates and trying different cards to see what was best. And not only is it hard to gain a customer, how difficult it is to retain them. And so the thank you cards, the follow-up, were fantastic. People would bring them in and show me. They'd be like, I got your card, knock on the door, and they'd show me. I'm like, that's so cool. So it's necessary, and it's fantastic. The returns are great. So
wow.
One of the things I wanted to point out, though, to you is in my experimenting with jumping on the website. By the way, your website is phenomenal because it's so easy to use.
Thank you.
But I don't know if you remember me telling you this. I was trying just postcards versus postcards with the envelope.
Yeah.
And I was having huge success. I had a service writer. This is my second service writer since I've opened. She graduated and moved on, but I've got a brand new service writer. My past service writer was fantastic, and she would keep track. Everyone that would come in the store with the coupons returned, she'd keep track and put on an Excel spreadsheet so I could know what my ROI was on my investing with marketing through. Mm-hmm. And so the neat thing is that we found that we were having even more success with the envelope. So I don't know if you noticed, but that's all I do now.
Yeah, that's true.
With the envelope. So.
I like it too because I noticed that you put your name in the return address, so it's coming from Kevin Medina, the owner of Elite Auto.
A little more personalized, yeah.
Yeah, it's very personalized, and I love it. And so you went from that thank you card now to something like this, which is actually one of our templates.
Yep.
our templates. Yeah. So tell us about the experience you're having now. I mean, let's fast forward. How often do you use it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So really, I honestly, I do it about once a quarter. And the neat thing is I can just download my Excel file from my customer service base from my computer, and then just upload it into Pixingo. And one of the fantastic things that I love is that it auto-populates. So it'll walk me through it with my customer's name.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you guys did it, but you guys have it to where when I upload my customer base, it has their cars in the system. So when I'm typing in their name, it'll ask me, it'll populate their car. So it puts their name and their vehicle. So it's super personalized to the customer. So I pick out the templates, I create my postcards, it's personalized. It ships out directly to them. And 3 days later or so, they get it in the mail. And within a few days after that, I'm getting results.
Wow.
So, it's instant, in my opinion, within days, of sending off the cards, I'm actually seeing return. So it's phenomenal. So yeah, right now to answer your question, I do it quarterly. And then I have lulls. In this business, it's really challenging because vacations come. There's peaks and lows in automotive. There's weather dependent. And when I start having a lull or a dip in my volume, I literally just go to Pixingo and upload. I may change up the template, and change some things, but I send out cards, and then I literally get out. I get returns. Yeah.
Wow.
It's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And by the way, have you been able to pick up? I mean, you send cards out to your customers. Have you been able to pick up new customers and new business? Yeah.
No, I do both. So that's a good point, Brian. As I do my customer base to do that customer retention, because the cycle of a car is you have to have an oil change. So every 6 months or 5,000 miles, you need to come in. You need services continually. So I'm constantly reaching out to my existing customers, but I'm also reaching out to new customers. And I'm just finding that I have a flow, new customers coming in. And again, they bring in the cards. So if you notice, I always put some kind of promotion on it, some kind of discount. And that helps draw the customers in because they really like the discounts. So.
Oh, man. I was doing a little research while you were sharing that, and I don't know if you can see my screen. But I love this card because it said, we'll just say I'm a customer. Dear Brian, it's time for your BMW or my Audi. It was my Audi at the time. Your Audi's next service.
Right.
It auto-populated both of them. I mean, I just think that is so powerful. Was that a good campaign?
That was fun. Yeah, that was a good one. And so on the sign, it would put their name and vehicle, and it would say, it's time for you to come in. But what's funny is I don't know if you recognize that, but that's the Wasatch, mountain range right there, right in kind of the exit off the freeway. So it's the picture itself, the background is right here in home. So.
Oh man,
good stuff.
Yeah. That's really fun. So. And then this is today's card, of course.
Yep.
And that was probably I just grabbed it out of your account. I think it's one of your most recent campaigns that went out.
Yeah, that was my most recent, exactly.
Summer special, yeah, right there. So, anything you would say to someone who might be listening in for the first time, or just kind of wondering, gosh, should I be doing this? What are the risks? I mean, let me ask you this: has it been a winner every time you've used it?
So. I can honestly say that I've never lost money. I've always made back my money and then some. So to me, I have lost so much money in marketing almost in everything I tried. So I literally was so down on marketing. I was just going off of referrals. So every time I use it, I literally lean on Pixingo. Yeah. So now, because I know that I will get a boost. So when I start, like I said, if I start getting a lull in my volume, I desperately, I reach for Pixingo. I jump on the website and send out cards because once those cards hit in the mail, I know I'm going to get a return. Now, sometimes it takes a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's instant, but I'll put expiration dates on there. And it's funny because people are motivated by expiration dates. They literally, I can almost bank that they'll come in a few days before it expires. So it's funny that way. So that's how I do it. But I lean on Pixingo. Definitely, it's amazing. So to answer your question, get out there to the affiliates. Is that what you call them?
Yeah.
Get out there and seek them out. And because I know for me, it's so critical to be able to have a source that I can go to. Because for an auto shop, I don't care if you've been in business 15 years or just brand new opening or 35 years, you still want to reach out to your customer base and you want to thank your customer base that's coming to you. It's so critical. It's how we survive because we have a very small margin. We have high overhead, very expensive tools. I happen to have a European auto repair, extremely expensive overhead and not a high margin, a profit. So I have to have volume. That's how we survive. So if you think about it, I can't plan. It's not like the dentist where you can plan 6 months out, for checkup. You just have to be reaching out to customers and reminding them, bring your car in. So Pixingo is huge for me.
What would you say that your average mailing size is now that you're doing it on, you say, a quarterly basis?
Yeah, just for my budget, I usually send out about 1,000 cards now.
About 1,000?
About 1,000 cards, yep. And
okay.
I'll kind of change it up. I'll send out 1,000 to new customers. I'll send out 1,000 to existing customers. So I'm just constantly kind of shifting back and forth and trying to pull in new customers and then pull in my existing customers as kind of a reminder,
What would you say your average return, money that comes in?
Growth?
Yeah.
I'd probably say I average about 15 grand on a mailing. Yeah.
Everybody, I hope you just picked that up. He just said, I send out, sorry, Kevin, I have to repeat that because it could be over. He just said, I send out about 1,000 cards. You can do the math. It's a large flat card in an envelope. And I get about 15 grand.
Yep.
That is phenomenal. That is so awesome.
It's pretty consistent too. I can almost bank on it. So like I said, I turned to it, I leaned on it, and now it's part of my business. I have to have it. So
wow.
And if there's got to be people like me, any business, the automotive, whatever the business is, they've got to be able to reach out to their customers. For automotives especially, because think about it, you come in and you get your car done and you get a repair done and it's running great. You may not have to come back in for a repair for 5 years.
Yeah.
Of course, you have to have your maintenance done, but major repairs, it's far and few between. Wow. So imagine the customers I have to bring in.
Yeah.
That one to maintain their car, but also if they have breakdowns, I have to reach out to them. I have to get my name out there so they know if they have a problem, they're going to come to Elite. So
that's so good. And I love everybody. Listen how consistent he is. He said about once a quarter, he sends out about 1,000 cards, and then he keeps doing it. It's that consistency that we all have heard about that people just need to understand in marketing. Kevin took a risk. Here's the bottom line story. He took a risk on 100 cards. 100 something like that. 100 cards.
20 or something like that. It was pretty minimal. Honestly, I didn't believe it would work.
So
I didn't know.
I know. That's what's so awesome, because I think every affiliate could go to someone and say, take a risk on 100 or so cards and see if you get a response, and then let's go from there. Any affiliate can do that, because there are lots of Kevin Medina Elite Auto stories out there waiting to be told. You just got to get out there. And that ROI, Kevin, is off the chart.
You think about it. If you send out 100 cards, or let's say 200 or 500, you do one brake job. You know what I'm saying? One car that comes in. And of course, automotive, we inspect the cars and we look for things that are a safety hazard or that it's in need of repair for your car. And if we find something the customer has no idea, they're really low on their brakes, and do one brake job, you've immediately paid for your mailings.
Wow.
So, and then everything else that comes in is just going to be gravy.
Mm-hmm.
So like I said,
awesome.
I don't even think about it now. It's just part of my business now. I don't do any other kind of marketing, to be honest with you. It's all.
Do you mind if I think about it? Because I like thinking about it.
Yeah, you think about it.
I'll probably think about it all night. That's probably
Okay.
how often I'll think about it. I can't stop thinking about it right now. That's just so awesome, Kevin.
Yeah, no,
Congratulations. And by the way,
thank you.
congratulations on your business.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's growing, and I'm happy. And it's hard. Automotive is not it's not an easy business, but it can
Yeah.
be rewarding.
Oh man, awesome. Congratulations. Thank you
Well,
for
thanks,
being on
Brian.
the huddle with us tonight.
Yeah, no, thanks for inviting me.
Okay. You take care.
Okay, see you, Brian. Thanks.
Thanks. All right, that was an awesome, awesome story. I hope you took some notes. And as you guys know, there is in our Pixingo business section, there's an automotive section. There are templates there. People just waiting. And seriously, you could start them out with a thank you campaign like Kevin started with, and they'll be on your way. So how fantastic. Let me share something else with you guys. I got a phone call last night at 7 p.m. from one of my friends who's a mortgage officer. And I'm going to invite him on the call because he called me just to say this. He said, Brian, I thought I'd get your voicemail, but you answered. And I'm like, sure, Scott, what's up? He goes, I just want you to know, I just did a mailing of 200 cards a couple weeks ago, and I just made $5,000. And I said, what did that cost you, Scott? And he goes, about 150 bucks. So you guys, they're just out there. And by the way, he is so excited, so happy. You just heard Kevin tell his story. There are stories like that just waiting to be told. And you got your, we just talked about our business cards. Get those business cards going. So you can introduce people to Pixingo. And even if your first one is, here, I'll help you send your first card for free. Whatever it is, that's up to you. The trick, though, is getting in front of people, because you guys, we are up 41% over 2018 as of the end of July. And August, I already know it's over August of last year. So it's on its way. The new site is awesome. As you know, it keeps getting better and better. And because we're up 41% over 2018, that's going to allow us to make an announcement. And here's the announcement. We are going to be mailing now 3 days a week instead of 2 days a week starting in September. So you guys have done it. That's what we're looking for. We're a business where when volumes go up, our opportunities go up, and they're your opportunities. And so because of the volume that you're generating, we're going to be going to 3 mailings a week. So that's going to be starting in September, 3 days a week. And so basically, just to kind of make it sound even more complicated than it needs to be, but we'll be processing orders on Monday night, Wednesday night, and Thursday night, because we've been following the trends to see where the heavy volume is. So we'll be processing orders on Monday night, Wednesday night, and Thursday night, which means we'll be mailing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday every week, starting in September, starting next week. So congratulations for being so awesome and turning more and more people onto Pixingo. I think today, and I wish I could tell you why today, but I think today was one of our highest new enrollment days, which was really fun to see that. Really, really fun. And so keep it up, because that's what this is gonna, that's how we're gonna keep adding more and more amazing features, enhancements, great things for you to grow as an affiliate. You can keep the vision alive. Our vision is to strengthen personal relationships and to help businesses like Kevin, like Scott, stay top of mind with their customers. Because when they're top of mind, people think of them first. They grow. That is what it's all about. I'm telling you, hearing stories like Kevin's and Scott's and others make my day. So, by the way, you guys are bringing on some really fun businesses I didn't even think about, that are using Pixingo and doing some really clever things. And so more and more we'll be having more customers of Pixingo like Kevin on to share their stories. And so you're going to want to make sure you're tapping into the huddle, because it's going to inspire you and help you grow your business. And we'll be sending cards all over the world, you guys. That is what it is all about. You want to make sure you put something like this on your business card, pixingo.com/yourid/get started, or free, whatever it is that, wherever you're at, whatever you feel comfortable with. But you got to get those out there, and because they're inexpensive, but they're so powerful. And that's what we're after. Thanks for being on the huddle tonight. It's great to have you with us. Hope you got some great inspiration and great ideas from Kevin. And then we will catch you on the second Wednesday of September for another Pixingo huddle. Have a great night.